Hi, boys and girls, it's Mrs. Batliner, and I'm here today to read our next two books in our Battle of the March Madness book edition. So today's book is an interesting book because it is based on a true story. And the title of our book is called Rescue and Jessica, A Life-Changing Friendship by Jessica Kensky and Patrick Downs, and it is illustrated by Scott Magoon. Look at how cute that puppy is. On a special farm in the countryside, a pup named Rescue was in training. He was learning to help people who could not see, but he was worried. His trainer had just said, "You aren't meant to be a seeing eye dog." That was hard for Rescue to hear. Helping people who can't see was the family business. "The service dog team is better for you," his trainer said. Service dogs worked beside their partners instead of in front of them. Will I be a good service dog? Rescue wondered. What will my partner be like? Will she like me? Rescue didn't want to let anyone down. So sometimes people who have the disability of not being able to see, they have guide dogs, seeing eye dogs. And so the dogs are the eyes of the blind person. But in this case, the trainer, he's like, you are not cut out to be a seeing eye dog. You are meant to be a service dog where it kind of helps somebody. So very interesting. In a hospital in the city, a girl named Jessica was worried. Both of her legs were badly hurt. Everyone hoped her right leg would heal, but the doctors had to remove part of her left leg so she could be healthy again. You're an amputee now, Jessica, the doctor explained. You'll have to wear a prosthetic leg or use a wheelchair for the rest of your life. That was hard to hear. She had only ever walked on her own two legs. How will I do things on my own? Jessica wondered. When will I be able to walk again? What will my life be like? Her whole family was worried about her, and she didn't want to let anyone down. So kind of think of that, boys and girls. How would it be if you became an amputee and you kind of lost a leg? Do you think your life would be easy? Do you think you would worry? Yeah, I most definitely would be very worried because I'm only used to walking on two legs. Back in the country, Rescue was learning how to be a service dog. When he wore his blue cape, that meant he was in training. He had to stay by his partner's side. He fetched all kinds of things. He even learned how to open doors. Rescue, you're a natural, said his trainer. So remember, he wasn't the best seeing eye dog, but he looks like he's an amazing service dog. So remember, if you ever see service dogs, because I've seen a lot of them lately, if they have a certain outfit on, like a certain color, they are in training and you cannot bother them. Pretty interesting. At the hospital, Jessica was learning new ways to do things that used to come easily. She used a wheelchair to get around. She practiced getting out of bed differently. She put on a prosthetic leg so she could stand. She was learning how to walk again, even though her right leg was still hurt. Jessica, you're becoming strong, said her doctors. So think about that, ladies and gentlemen. Think about trying to get out of bed with only one leg. Yeah, it's really difficult. I think we take a lot of things for granted that we just do them without thinking. But if something happened, you have to learn all over again. Rescue was proud of all he had accomplished, but he was still worried. He was named in honor of a brave firefighter. He had big shoes to fill. Rescue wanted to help people just like his namesake. Jessica knew she had made a lot of progress, but was so frustrated and sad about the things she still couldn't do. She wondered if she'd ever be happy again. She felt like the changes were too big, too much. And I love the way the illustrator, look at the background that the illustrator did. Yeah, think about that. It does look like a frustrating and sad kind of background and kind of picture there. One day, a visitor came to see Jessica, and she brought her service dog, Kurahi. Jessica saw how smart the dog like Kurahi could help her. That very day, she started filling out the application to ask for a dog of her own. So look at how neat that is. Like the dog can push the button so that she could get water. It's pretty cool. After a while, Jessica got some very exciting news. Rescue got exciting news too. He also got a new red cape. So if you look, both of them got the news that they were getting each other. Finally, the big day arrived. It's nice to meet you, Rescue, said Jessica. She looks so nice and pretty, Rescue thought. Rescue stood up very tall. He hoped she didn't notice his legs were trembling, but his wagging tail gave him away. Jessica smiled a big smile and laughed a big laugh for the first time in a long time. Jessica and Rescue stayed in the country for a few weeks, and Rescue showed her all the things he could do. You're amazing, Jessica told Rescue. You think I'm amazing? Rescue thought. I think you're amazing. So are they getting along? Yeah. So even though he is a service dog, he kind of still is a pet as well. Back in the city, Rescue and Jessica got used to working together. Rescue brought her the things she needed. He opened things that were hard for her to reach. Rescue barked if Jessica needed someone. If she tripped, he would hold steady so she could get back up. Rescue and Jessica were always together, but when she didn't need his help, Rescue really liked to sleep. Jessica knew that even though Rescue was special, he was a regular dog too. She made sure that Rescue had playtime every day. So what do you notice about Rescue on that right side page where she's throwing the stick and when he's sleeping? Yeah, he doesn't have his cape on. So when rescue and service dogs do not have their capes on, they can be a regular dog just like yours and mine. We can play with them, we can throw things to them, but when they have that cape on, they've been trained that they have a job to do. But Jessica still wasn't completely healthy. One day, her doctor had told her that her right leg would have to be removed too. She would need to wear 2 prosthetic legs. This didn't get any easier for Jessica to hear. That night, after the doctor removed her right leg, Rescue knew just what to do to help Jessica, all on his own. So man, once again, look at the background. So imagine her leg didn't heal, so she had to have the second one cut off too. So sad. Rescue and Jessica had to start all over again. Slowly but surely, they learned how to do all the things they needed to do together. They did chores together, played together, and snuggled together. You know, last month, boys and girls, we talked about perseverance. Do you think Jessica is persevering? Yeah, I think she is. She hasn't given up. I think losing 2 legs, it would be so easy to give up. But she's not. For the first time in a long time, Jessica felt happy, and that made Rescue happy too. So take a look at the picture there. Is he a regular dog there, or is he a service dog? Yeah, he's a regular dog right there, right? Because he doesn't have his cape on. You changed my life, Rescue, she said. I couldn't have done this without you. I'm so proud of us, he thought. You rescued me, Rescue, said Jessica. So, do you think Jessica's going to have a good life? I think so. But the truth was, they had rescued each other. So, I had told you that this was a true story. So, we're going to read about the author's note. Rescue and Jessica's story is based on a real-life friendship. Jessica Kinski was injured in the 2013 Boston Marathon bombing, and she eventually became a double amputee. She received a black Labrador named Rescue to help her learn how to live her new life. Rescue was named in honor of Worcester, Massachusetts firefighter John Davies, who rode on the truck known as Rescue 1. He gave his life in the line of duty on December 8, 2011. Jessica and her husband Patrick Downs, who was also an amputee from the bombing, considered Rescue their best friend and couldn't imagine their lives without him. Though Jessica was an adult when she met Rescue, much of this story is true. Rescue is a service dog who was trained by Needs. Needs World Class Service Dogs is a 501(c) profit organization located in Princeton, Massachusetts, established in 1976. It's accredited by Assistant Dogs International, the governing body that establishes industry standards and practices. Okay, so that last paragraph there is just talking about how that company Needs offers a wide array of assistant dogs, like service dogs for adults and children with physical disability, service dogs for veterans, hearing dogs, and social dogs for children on the autism spectrum. Their dogs are also partnered with professionals in classrooms, therapy, hospital, ministry, and courthouse settings. So this is really based on a true story. And so Jessica really did lose her legs in the Boston Marathon bombing. So really, really cool story, I think. So there is an actual picture of Jessica and her husband, Patrick Downs. This was taken in 2017, and there is Rescue. So I hope you enjoyed this story. I think it's a great, phenomenal story, how we can persevere and we can do hard things. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you the next time.